A ride in Daddy's truck. Make me know your ways, O Lord. Teach me your paths. Psalm 25, 4-5. If an image could represent what could otherwise be very difficult to express with words, it would be the one that captured the unforgettable moment of an event that took place several years ago. In a dimly lit room, my brother-in-law was dancing with his 3-year-old daughter on a ballroom floor. My heart still melts when I see this picture. It is a beautiful portrayal of a loving father who is truly delighted to be with his daughter. He tenderly looks down at her while gently holding her hand in his. Meanwhile, his daughter, who is beautifully dressed in a ruffly red dress, keeps her eyes glued to his. There she is, freely dancing and not feeling lost or intimidated by how huge the dance floor is. She rests secure in her father's grip and is confident that she can trust in him. He is there to guide her and keep her safe. As she looks up at him, it is evident that she not only loves and admires her father, but he is also her hero and she is enjoying spending time with him. My father, too, was once my hero. It all began when I was but a little girl, not even 5 years old. On most Saturday mornings, I would be invited to ride alongside him in his old dilapidated Volkswagen pickup truck. This had become my favorite day of the week because I could look forward to the fun and the thrill of unexpected adventures that I would have and the visits that I would take to some rather interesting places. We would go to the junkyard to find spare parts, the lumber lot to get the wood for his carpentry projects, or the hardware store to buy the odds and ends needed for home repair tasks. On days like that, I also got my chance to see my father amazingly tackle all kinds of jobs and fiercely jump into many a save-the-world situation. My father was a mechanic, a carpenter, a handyman, and a rescuer. He not only could build and repair all kinds of things, but rare was his refusal of any occasion that could serve as his chance to help others who were in need, be that of changing a flat tire, jump-starting a dead battery in a stalled vehicle, or providing handyman assistance to many a stranger, neighbor, or friend. This was my father. He was the man who could not only fix broken things, but who was also the rescuing hero. As my father, my hero, worked on projects around the house or in his garage under the hood of a car, there I was, near him, ready to help by handing him a needed tool or just stepping in as an extra set of helping hands. I had always believed that it was my father who loved me the most. Therefore, this eventually drew me emotionally closer to him instead of my mother. This is how I began to participate in what would have been considered the more traditionally masculine tasks and activities. My desire was that when I grew up, I would be just like my father, so I started to imitate him. In so closely resembling him, in just many of our close friends and relatives nicknamed me Abusita Jr., after my father's name Abu. This was when my father shared with me that he was proud of who I was becoming. He told me that I reminded him of the son that he had always hoped for. Upon hearing this, it made me think that if I had been a boy, he would have been happier. This is why, from that day forward, I made it a point to do everything I could to behave like a boy. I wanted to be just like the son he had always hoped for. Playing with dolls, being dainty, and wearing frilly dresses was not for me. Chapter Reflection. Do you have a hero who is there for you in your time of need? Where are you on your own personal journey of self-discovery? Are you happily riding along while jumping with glee in your seat because you have been experiencing the blessings of new adventures, opportunities, and possibilities? If this is not the case, you can begin believing and having hope for what can become your amazing story. God wants to be your hero. Reach out and put your hands in His. With Him leading, you will learn to gracefully and fearlessly dance again. He knows the next steps. But most importantly, if you ride letting Him drive, you can be certain that your journey of your life will become an incredible adventure as you encounter all He has planned for you.